everyone and welcome to another video. Today we're gonna tell you what to do in Prague in winter. As you can see now, it's very pretty and snowy, but don't you worry, it's gonna all melt by the end of this video. And our first thing to do will be for people who like to stay active. And the first winter activity we suggest is ice skating. It is actually cold enough to have the open door ice skating rinks in Prague, don't you worry about that. And this one is a new one, it's located right below Nusle Bridge, but don't worry, there are not gonna be any people dropping on the ice skating rink. That was maybe too grim, but that's okay. If you haven't heard the history of this bridge, we'll link a video about it down below. You can rent ice skates here. It costs 100 crowns and the entrance to the rink is 50 crowns. This ice skating rink is located a little bit outside of the city center, but there is a tram and it's about 2-minute walk from the tram station to here. An ice skating rink at Chapado is a local's favorite. It is pretty small, so if you're a pro, you might not have enough space to show off your skills here. But it is great for families and friends who are in need of a fun and readily available activity. You can take advantage of their heated tent when your toes turn to ice. This ice skating rink opens after lunch, and you can check out their prices for skate rentals and entrance fees on their website. Another new ice skating rink for the winter season has opened in the middle of the Wenceslas Square. It is very spacious, so the price of 200 crowns for 2 hours of skating seems pretty fair. And you can rent your skates there as well. Of course, during your Prague winter exploration, you might need to warm up a little bit. And if the Christmas markets are not open anymore, don't worry, you can always stop by a coffee place for a cup of tea, coffee or hot wine. I just quickly popped into Coffee Cube. They had 3 types. So this one is Broskev, which is apricot. Peach. I asked for the sweetest one. He said that this one is the sweetest one.
So this is a wine made of peach, or I don't get it.
I don't care. It's warm and there's alcohol in it. That's what I need. A famously delicious hot wine can be found at Hotel Urka, located in the picturesque Novi Svet area. And since we're here, our next recommendation would be a nice, long evening walk through Hradčany and Lesser Town, which we did in the video before. You can never go wrong with a stroll on Prague's riverbank. Alternatively, we can recommend taking a walk through the new town, like we did in our Halloween special. Sometimes it's too cold to walk around though, so we recommend visiting a museum or a gallery. When it comes to indoor activities, you have plenty of options in Prague. From museums and galleries where you can spend hours, such as the National Museum or the National Gallery, to smaller exhibitions for short visits. We gave you a lot of options in our indoor activities video, I will link it down below. For today's video though, we went to a couple of unusual places. The first one was Neon Golf on Národní Avenue. Great option for someone who is looking for a more active indoor pastime. It is also Prague themed, so you will find lots of references to famous sites such as Astronomical Clock, Petřín Tower or Pink Tank of David Černý. One thing I found out is that I'm no Tiger Woods. I know, shocking. Our next recommendation is about a place we've been trying to visit for a while. Oh, hi! As you can see, now I'm a bus driver in Prague. Up! We have avoided the collision. Now we are... Oh my god! How fast is this thing? It looks like I'm taking you to IKEA. We've arrived to the airport. We're leaving Prague, it looks like.
Finally.
Some of you might have guessed we are in Prague Railway Kingdom. So what do we think about it? First of all, we like the giant model of the Czech Republic and its most famous sites. It was fun to look at very familiar places in their miniature versions, even though sometimes we had to read the signs to understand what we were looking at actually. Do you recognize it?
No.
Here they are, dinosaurs.
Oh. Maybe they have like some dino park.
Probably. Or real ones. No, it says Dino Park. That's upsetting. I thought that they have real dinosaurs in Posen. I feel so big and powerful right now. Like I can destroy all of that. The fate of these plastic figures is in my hands. I also love their true-to-life recreations of different vehicles, like bus, tram and metro. You could also take a nap here. There's always a person sleeping somewhere here. Usually it looks like this. And then the driver reaches the terminal station and they come there and they're like, wake up! And the person is like, And this model of the old city of Prague. You know what? Screw the trains. We found the model of Prague from 1830. 3,220 houses. That means that's how it looked like before sanitation. So, you see? This is probably the powder tower. And this is the King's Court. Thank you. Vatsov also liked the car racing. On the negative side, the exposition was a little shabbier than I thought it would be for the money you pay, which is 300 crowns. But I'm sure kids would love it either way. Now back to the outside. Obviously, when you're walking around in such a cold, you will need to take a lot of breaks. Luckily, Prague has an obscene amount of cafes where you can stop by. We actually made the whole video about the most beautiful cafes in Prague. We'll link it down below. Hopefully this time we will not forget to link it down below. We did have one unpleasant feedback from our subscribers who went to Cafe Imperial and were charged 10% extra and told that this is a tip, which you don't have to pay, but of course you might want to leave tips anyway, so technically there's nothing wrong with that, but it's kind of not okay when the restaurant doesn't ask you about it and they just charge you 10% extra. So we just wanted to let you know that it might be a thing in some of the coffee places and restaurants in Prague. These cafes that we recommended in our video are quite historical, but there's also a huge amount of more modern hipster cafes. They're in every corner in the old town, literally. The most famous ones are Mama Coffee, Smetana Q. We actually tried to go to Smetana Q over there, but it was too full because today is Sunday and it's very cold, so no wonder. But there are plenty of options. Actually, we often make lists of cafes that we like on our Instagram at Real Prague Guide, so please go there and subscribe. And last but not least, Christmas markets. Big chance if you're visiting Prague in winter, you are here for Christmas holidays. There are many Christmas markets in Prague and we actually filmed the whole video rating the most famous ones. We will leave it down in the description box, you can check it out later. Right now we are at Náměstí Míru Christmas Market. This is one of our most favorite ones because it's the closest one to the traditional Christmas market experience, which means you don't have so much street food here. It's mostly just pastries, souvenirs, gifts, because this was supposed to be originally a place to buy seasonal things and festive things. We already had coffee and our traditional pastries. And this is the coconut cookie, you know, coconut, the traditional Czech food. This is my favorite. It's called Wasp's Nest, and I already had two. And yeah.
How?
Yeah. Vatsov didn't notice it, but I already ate two of them. That inside it has like a very nice filling. Very sugary,
Is
but
that why it's called the wasp nest?
I thought it's because of the shape.
Okay.
And the rest, Vatsov.
Help me.
People always ask me, how do I stay same size when we film food videos? That's because I don't eat the food. Bear in mind that this Christmas market opens on 20th of November and closes just before Christmas, while the ones in the city center usually stay open till around the 6th of January. And one honorable mention before we wrap up, Prague Zoo. Winter is one of the only chances we get to visit Prague Zoo without hordes of people. There are lots of indoor enclosures, but I think that some animals are even more active in winter time. So if you pick a day with a nice weather, you will see them roaming around as well. Thank you guys for watching and we'll see you in our next one. Bye!